Hello and welcome back to Bevo's Tech Pack, episode number 30. Wow, this is 30. Before we get too far into this episode, we actually need to correct a mistake I made last episode. So I have my reactor down here. It's actually working quite well, and I have a very large collection of, what is it, cyanite? Yeah, I have 109 ingots of cyanite, so this has been running basically for almost a week by itself unattended. We have 18 more in there too. And for the most part, it's not using fuel the most efficiently or as good as it could, but at this point I'm actually happy with that because I wasn't looking forward to getting cyanite. So this is good. But what we're going to do though, we are actually going to go ahead and change this thing up a little bit. When I had originally made this, yeah, look at this, it's not burning quite so great. As a matter of fact, it shouldn't be burning anything at all. Yeah, so apparently the redstone thing I set up here broke. Anyway, what we're going to do though, we're going to go ahead and temporarily turn this off. And we're going to rip off the top. And we're going to ignore any lag that we get in here because that's just annoying. Now, I'm hoping I have enough of this stuff to replace the graphite. I do really like the way the graphite looks. However, it's not the best material for what I was using it for. Now, where I have the actual cryothium in there, the graphite would work it would actually work fairly well. But in terms of, like, containment, not so much. And I would definitely use the graphite if I were in a pack that didn't have, say, a thermal expansion. Or if it was in a pack that didn't have thermal foundation with a recipe added for it. It's actually really neat. You can actually have a mod pack that does not have thermal expansion and still get access to blazing pyrotheum, cryothium, and the glowstone stuff. As well as something called primal mana, which is as far as I know, it's not used anywhere. It's basically all of the liquids from Thermal Foundation combined into one terrifying monster. So it will both freeze you, and it'll freeze you, it'll bake you, and it will just do bad stuff. You don't want to deal with it. Anyway, so what we're going to do, I should have enough of this ender stuff here to go ahead and put one bucket touching every side of the fuel rods, which should be all that I need, I think. And we're just going to make sure that we don't fall in, because that would not be fun. And we also don't want to drop the tank in there, because that thing would be gone. Hey, I placed you. The added benefit to this is that this should make the reactor actually form up properly now. So even though the graphite was working, I don't know quite what was causing it not to want to form, but this will at least alleviate that. Alright, so we just need 3 more buckets. Should zip out. Oop. Okay, flying was probably not a great idea. Okay, one more. Talk about just enough. Alright, so that should be all of it. And let's recap it. And we are all fixed. And look, it's actually got the multi-block now. It's all proper and like it's disturbing. That is a... Oh, well, it's going back up there. So we'll see how this does on fuel. We'll probably see it later. As long as I get more than 400% for the reactivity, I'll be fine. Anyway, this is not what we're doing today. Let's actually go check out what I had planned. So what we're doing today is something that is long overdue, I feel. For the most part, most of my episodes have been limited to the space immediately around this little island here and the Twilight Forest, and that's mostly just because I've not had a good or reliable way to get back and forth. I mean, I could just like take a jetpack and go on foot, but I mean, that's not terribly fun, nor is it really entertaining. And, well, it's, I don't think it's something that most people would want to watch. Alright, so that's not valid. Let's get rid of that bit. Alright, so we have a dimensional bridge stabilizer. This is used by the Enhanced Portals mod. And you know what's actually a really good question? Do I just pump power directly into it? Yeah, we'll just leave that as normal. Let's go ahead and run a conduit to it. At a later point, I'm going to come through here and actually run some good power. These don't connect if I try to get them to go, do they? I have the higher tier conduits, not the... Yeah, no, I need to go get the red ones. Oh, please give me the cable back. There we go. Alright, luckily I know just where there is a room with ME stuff. Oh yeah, I don't have access to that from the side. Ah, that worked. I'm amazed that worked. Conduit. Yoink. So today I learned you can access the interfaces from behind. It's actually useful to know. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and come straight off of that, go down. You need to go down further for it to be of any use because it's going to run into a wall. And just over this way. Alright, so we're almost there. There we go. So now the dimensional bridge stabilizer should have power. Boy, does it have power. Alright, and let's go ahead and I think we need to link location cards. Location set. I think I actually only need one of these, but for now we're just using the two. Okay, so that's set up, that's good. We're now going to go upstairs to actually make the portal. I'm going to go ahead and put this near where I have my... Okay, turn hover off. I'm going to put it right over here near where I have my Nether portal and my Twilight Forest portal. I think it might be kind of neat though at another time to just get rid of these and just use only these portals. It'll make things a lot neater and I can control it from one single interface. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this. Let's get this off the bar, we don't need it. Okay, we're going to need the controller though, and we will need the dialing device and a card. So with any luck, I've not totally botched the way that this is going to be set up. Okay, I want this dead center with this door. So like right here would be fantastic for the controller. What am I looking at? Yeah, it's the controller. Okay, good. Actually, you know what? Let's have it above ground. I'll make a little stand for it. Portal frame, portal frame. You know, I might not have enough of these things. I just wanted the little boost. Okay. Portal initialized. Fantastic. Alright. You must set a unique identifier before doing this. Do I need to do that using... do I actually have to have the other... Okay, there we go. This is a public. It's only me on the server. It doesn't matter. Glyphs to do. I like that. Okay, so this is the home base portal, right? So I figured the thing that's... reminds me of home most on this list is going to be a piece of cake. And we'll save that. Stored identifiers. Okay, so right now we can't go anywhere because it doesn't have a portal as a to connect to. But what we could do is we could, like, say, for the Twilight Forest, I think what I'll do is I'll have that as the Diamond Horse Armor. And this is going to be called Twilight Forest. Save. And then we can also go through and change... Ooh, that's neat. Colors can be added by color multiplication, not by magic. If you start with a yellow texture and add cyan, you will get green. Oh, neat. We're not going to mess with that. That is really neat, though. So we'll go ahead and save that. So right now, if I try to dial this, it's not going to work because there is no portal with that ID. We're going to go create it right now, though. So let's hop on in. Oop. All right, so village. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to fly there in style instead of hopping. And it starts raining. Fantastic. So what I'm thinking, where I would like to have this portal set up, because we do have extra materials, I would like to have this ready to go, probably not exactly near where the village center is going to be, but maybe like off center. And then we'll make a building go around it. Right now, though, is the setting up of the portal's day. The other option is I could work it into the actual wall of the village so that when you're... Nah, we'll skip that. Alright, so village center is going to be like right here. So I'm thinking a good spot for the travel to come in is going to be like right over here. Alright, so we need a portal controller. And again, this is... You know what? No, this one's going to be sunk in the ground. Alright, so that is 4, 5, up, dialing, inventory tweaks, you're freaking me out. I don't know why it causes the item to go invisible, but it's extremely annoying. Alright, so that is okay. We want another location card. Okay, portal initialized. Okay, we need to set the identifier. Now, we had said that was going to be the armor for the horse. Public. Okay, manual entry is going to be cake. Save. Home. Ah, fantastic, we have portal. I think the only thing that I really need to do is ensure that whenever you come through the portal, you are facing... What is this? This is north. And I believe there's a module for that, because I don't want to walk off into the ocean. Oh, that's... Alright, if I go terminate, that goes the portal. Excellent. I might want to rig up like a pressure plate or something to do that, because that does waste power. Alright, anyway, if we go ahead and look up modules here. Module. Alright. Where is it? Facing. Okay, so that's what I need. I need the facing module, and I would like it to do north, which is what it looks like it defaults to. So that's just a compass and a blank module, which is... Oh, those are really cheap. And I'll also need to make a module manipulator. So I need 2 of the blank portal modules and a compass. The only downside is I need to actually relink the portal if I do that again. Alright, so let's go over to the AE system. Okay, first off we need a compass. Compass, not a compass. That's done. You need 2 modules actually, which means we need gold nuggets. Oh, we have more than enough gold nuggets. Module. Got it. Alright, now we need to take some portal frame, well, a portal frame, and I don't need to worry about doing this to the one in the Twilight Forest quite yet. And we need diamond. No, we're getting low. And we need some emeralds. Oh, that's extremely low. And that gives us a module manipulator. Let's clear that. Compass. Oh, that's not a compass. That is a compass. Alright, so this defaults to north, and north is actually the direction that I want, so that's great. So we don't need to change anything. And I will just go ahead and put this like in the corner or something. Doesn't really matter. Or does it matter? There we go. So it should be fine. We have that. Can we get it this way, or is it... This is public. What should I put in there? No, that is the module manipulator. Okay. And facing north. So, if we go ahead and test this, when we came out before, we were facing the ocean. Let's go to the Twilight Forest. Fantastic. So, like this one, I'll probably want it also to be facing west. But what we're going to do, we're going to approach here from going in facing east, and when we come out, we should be facing north. Oh, that's fantastic. That's excellent. It's a little bit kind of derpy looking as the square shape, but I think we can probably doctor it up a little bit, or at least I hope so. I honestly don't know if we need the pieces in the corners, but I think we do. I just went with the shape like this because I think it was a little bit better than the 2x3 ones that look like the standard nether portal. Alright, now there is one other thing I wanted to do today before we get off here. Let me go ahead and get some stuff ready and I will join back up with you. One of the other mods I also missed being added to the pack while I was in my little Twilight adventure there was Galacticraft. It's not so much that I missed it, it's just that I had been unable to touch it or use it. Now, as a mod, I've used Galacticraft before, and it can be a tad fidgety in terms of how it works. But it is getting better over time, so I figured this would be a good opportunity to actually try to play around with it, see if we can get anything useful, or maybe even just get a little space station. Because I mean, we have portals now. What's to stop us from having total control, especially from orbit? It's a very tempting idea. Anyway, to start anything off in Galacticraft, you need a circuit fabricator. And this is used to make little wafers and stuff that are used in pretty much every single freaking recipe for this mod. It's pulled up, actually. So right now, the first thing that we need to get started is the circuit fab, but we have that. We then need a compressor, because that's how you make plates and stuff. Galacticraft has plates that would otherwise be equivalent to stuff that you'd get like from, say, IC2 when you run stuff through the... I can't think of the name of the machine, the thing with the hammers and stuff. Yeah, anyway. It would be like the plank bending machine or whatever. So, to make this, though, we need a basic wafer, a copper ingot, and an anvil of inequality, as well as aluminum. The only thing hard here is the wafer, which is kind of confusing at first glance. I mean, it takes a diamond, 2 raw silicon spots here, redstone, and a redstone torch. The good side is, though, you do get 3 of them. The bad news is, I forgot the redstone. I have everything else but that. Alright, so we're just going to go downstairs. Alright, red. Yeah, I have 11,000 redstone. I think we're fine. How about sticks? Let's only do... make about 8 of them. We don't need too many. And back upstairs we go. Alright. This also, if you notice, we're starting to put some stuff on the ground floor here. Which also means they'll be getting walls back up here soon. Especially now that we have Malice's doors, we can make some really neat entryways. Alright. So, if I can remember the way this goes, I'm assuming this takes the diamond, since that is diamond shaded. The raw silicon should go here. We have redstone, and then a torch. And then we also need to give this thing power. In terms of power, for what this will take, I'm hoping, I don't know if it will, I'm hoping that it can actually run off of what I have going through the base already. The only thing worth noting is that this thing, unlike pretty much every other mod in existence at the moment, it will only take power from one side, in which case it's going to be the little circle dot. It's somewhat annoying, but I can get over it. Let's see, will that even connect? That connects, that's fantastic. Alright. Whoop. Too quick. Alright, so... oh, we have a power conduit right over here, that's awesome. So just go ahead and get rid of this. I think what I'll do is I'll make like a countertop or something. I'll have these machines set into it. That way I can hide the conduit in the countertop without having to see it. Oh, fantastic. There it goes. Alright, so once this gets all the way to the end, we should get our wafer. Please, wafer. There we go, basic wafer, and that thing is filling up. Its energy of choice is gigajoules. Alright, so the only thing that I am missing is I think I have an anvil over here. Nope, but I do have an Enderman head, I don't remember that. Alright, anvil time. So this is just going to take a few chunks of iron. So we just need a regular iron anvil. Fantastic. And a crafting table. Doesn't matter, we have wood. Tell you what, let's make it a station. They are somewhat more useful. Alright, and we'll make a quick chest to go by the station. Because the big benefit to these things is that they can actually look in an adjacent inventory, like so. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and create a compressor, which is right there. Okay, now that we have this, we can actually create the stuff we need to make an electric compressor, which is what I really want. So this is pretty much going to be used only to make the bare minimum stuff I have to, and then we're getting rid of it, which is a shame. I would rather not have to make it. Alright, so this is going to take 4 compressed steel, another anvil, and compressed bronze, as well as an advanced wafer. The advanced wafer, we can go ahead and start. The main difference is we replace the torch with a repeater. Let's just go ahead and leave those in there. And we'll trigger the crafting by putting in the final item instead of everything else. Okay, so that's going, that's fantastic. We have our compressor here. Let's go ahead and put some fuel in. And I need compressed steel. Okay, so that's doing its thing. That's fantastic. And I'm saying fantastic a lot, I'm very sorry. That's slightly loud. Alright, so while that's pounding away, we do need another anvil since I didn't have the foresight to make 2 of them. Luckily, the system still remembers. And up we go. Alright, so once that is done pounding everything, which is now done, we need bronze. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the layout for this. It was 2 wires on the bottom, the advanced wafer, anvil, the compressed steel, and then in the very center, I believe, was the bronze. Here we go, electric compressor. Absolutely fantastic. And we don't need you anymore. Alright, so I think this thing also has the power input on the left-hand side, which means that when I go ahead and put this down, it's probably going to be a weird-looking thing. Yeah, we'll just go with the countertop idea, like I said. So we'll put that there, and let's go ahead and punch a hole. Okay, so this is actually straight down. I didn't need to knock out that one. And we have electric compressor. That's awesome. Now, I don't know if this one's actually more efficient or not, but for some reason NEI shows this giving me 2 plates instead of 1 plate. If that is the case, that's actually oh, it is. That's great. That'll save us a little bit of resources in the long run. Alright, so now for the compressed steel, we can actually make like the energy storage stuff, electric furnaces, which we do not need. We have enough versions of furnaces. One of the things that we will need, though, is we're going to need to get a bunch of this stuff. We're not there yet. We'll need to get oxygen bubble distributors, as well as compressors and collectors, and the NASA workbench. Let's actually make the NASA workbench. That'll be the last thing we do today. Okay, so we got that cooking for the NASA. We also need compressed steel, which we actually happen to have cooking up. What a serendipitous occasion. Alright, and I think I need a lever as well. I need 2 levers on the crafting table. Alright, so while I do have the wood, which would get me sticks, and the crafting table, I don't have the cobblestone. Because it does not pay to be prepared. And I have apparently... Well, there's a lever. Preparedness does not count. There we go. I keep getting turned around every time I jump up there. So the last time I used this workbench thing, it actually took up a lot of space. I don't know if that's still the case, so we're going to make sure that we leave enough room for this thing. We're going to put it roughly like dead center. And let's just make up 4, I don't care. Alright, and we should be able to just pop it in like that. NASA workbench. So I'm thinking like right here. Is that center? Yeah, that's center. Yeah, that takes up a little bit of space. And this is what we use to actually build our rocket whenever we're ready for stuff. It looks kind of neat. It's a really strange model. And I think if NASA had anything like that, they probably wouldn't have had some of the issues they did. Anyway, I want to go ahead and thank you for watching this episode of Bevo's Tech Pack. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a message below. And next time we're back, we might be taking a little detour to our very own space station. Just maybe.